So, hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today, you're gonna see how to plan step by step a bookshelf with open sides, and we have also here a rounding on it. Yeah, we will go step by step through it, and I show you also different options and what you can consider to get this. All right, first of all, we click here on File and we click on New and we start a new project. So that is a default cabinet and we click on a red eye and get back the dimension of the room. And yes, like you already know, yeah, first of all, we type in the right dimensions of the room. So in this case, it's 40,500 millimeter, and the height of the room is 3,400. So, and the cabinet has a width of 4,000. So just click in here. And it's 4,000, and it shall be in the center. Yeah, so that's why we have here a distance to the left side of 250 millimeter. And so you click here on a red cross in front of the cabinet. The circle menu is opening, and here's the symbol distance left. And we type in 250, confirm it with enter, and now it's in the center. So, and the height of the cabinet is 3,250. Type in 3,250, and then we have the height of it. So, and the next is we are here on a cabinet, and in this case we want to have a flat one and with a distance to side 0. Yeah, you see here we have here a distance of 5 millimeter to the side, and we want to have it to 0, and then it's adapting. So, and then we check the plinths, yeah, because we don't want to have plinth legs. That's why we click here beneath cabinet. We want to have, we don't want to have the plinth legs, so we click on here that they are off. And then we click here on panel, as that we have a plinth panel. So, and we don't have a trim or a cover panel on the side because the sides we are deleting. Yeah, but before we are deleting the sides, we are setting the division. Yeah, so we want to have 4 verticals. That's why we click here on the division tab and we type in here 4 verticals. And we want to have single ones, and we drag them and drop them in here. Now you see the verticals are passing through top. You can also click on here and let the horizontal passing. Yeah. So in this case, we don't want to have the sides and the top panel. That's why we click here on a red smart click on the left top side, and here you can click left side delete, and it's getting deleted. And the same here with the top panel, and the right one we also want to delete it. So you see here when I change the rendered view, we have here also the row of folds, and when the sides are deleting here, they are automatically coming on the back panel, but we don't want to have them. That's why we go here to the interior tab. In my setting, it's a default, but when we click here, group of folds, then they are disappearing. Yeah, and they are just appearing when we set adjustable shelves and only when we set here a number of folds. So, but in our case today, we don't have this. So, all right, now that is basic, and now we want to have 5 horizontals. So we type in here 5, and you can drag in and drop in each area, but when you go on a divider, it's automatically going through all areas, yeah? So now we have them in all areas, and in the middle, we want to have a gap, yeah? We want to let disappear this vertical. So there are more ways to do it. One way is, yeah, you see here we go on a smart click, and you see every area has on the top left corner a green smart click. And when you go with the mouse over it, you see also the area purple colored. And here you need to consider, we have here the whole middle side, and here's the top middle area, and here's the whole middle area. And we click here, and here we can click on minus horizontal, and then it's disappearing. Yeah, and you also see it's adapting. Yeah, so it's related always in relation 1-to-1 to each other. So, but here the middle should have the size of this both. Yeah, that's why we will measure this point here. So that means you keep the control button pressed. And then when you go with the mouse on the edge, you see the coordinate in the room. And when you click on it, then it's green colored. So we zoom out and pan a bit up. And here we want to measure this as well. And you see we have here a distance dz of 1053. So that's why we click on here and type in height of the area 1053. Confirm, choose enter. And then you see the other ones are adapting. Yeah, we can check it. Yeah, you see here that it's the same measurement. All right. So before we set here the radius, we can change the material. So that means we click here on material, and here we can type in 18 mil, and we want to have here the blue one. So, and we can make here a thick on all parts of group. So, and when we remove this, yeah, because here for the horizontals, we want to have a different material. So we want to have an oak. So I'm looking for oak. So yeah, the oak material you find in a different webinar. Yeah, when you click here on help and on free tutorial, show you also because we already have made it. Yeah, when you click here on help and on free tutorial, our online academy is opening. And when you click here on start our webinars, yeah, you see here the oak material what I'm using now is made here. Yeah, you find this in this webinar. So I will minimize it and we go back here to material. So, and then we just drag it and drop it over the vertical, over the horizontal, I mean. Yeah, and you see we have here when nothing is in a checkbox, yeah, can change the horizontal with one drag and drop action. Yeah, and here you can also choose when you want to rotate. You make here a thick on rotate and drag it and drop it again. Yeah, then it's rotated. And we also want to have it here. So, and here we want to have an offset. So that's why we're going back here to cabinet, and for the panel here, we want to have an offset of 20. Now we can also click on here, and here you can do it for every side. Yeah, distance left for the plinth, right, front, back, save it, and then you see we have here the offset. Yeah, and on the side, it's important to consider, yeah, because we have still the option active that the side is passing through, and that's why here's a gap. Yeah, you see here's a gap, and when we click here on the smart click, we need to change it to horizontal passing. Yeah, then we have here also the offset of 20. When you keep the control button pressed, yeah, we can measure this points here. Yeah, you see dx is 20, dy is 20, and dz is the same level at 0. So we want to do it here on the other side as well. Click on here. Just click here on the smart click, and here horizontal passing. Yeah, then it's all right. Yeah. And here we do want to have this gap. So, and we also want to have this gap on here. Yeah, we want to have the 19 mil, the 18 mil here, and also here. And that's why we need to extend here the bottom panel also for 18 millimeters. That's why we click here on a smart click on the middle. And here we click on overlap to front, type in -18, confirm, we need to have +18. Yeah, we want to have it to the front, 18. Yeah, so, and the sides shall also go through this edge, and we can click here on the smart click in the middle, and here overlap side 18. Here we need to type in -18. Here as well. Yeah, the other way how you can do it when here the arrows are activated and you keep the shift button pressed and you click on it, yeah, you see here the arrows are appearing, and you can also extend it, and here you can type in 18. Yeah, then we have here the 18 distance like on here, yeah, and here on the top as well. So, all right. So this is it. And now here we want to have a radius of 350 here on the side. And that's why you would just double click the single part. And then it's opened in the 2D CAD. And here you, yeah, here you see also, because it's important to know how it is. Yeah, here you see that is the front edge, that is the right edge, and that's the left edge. Yeah, and we want to have here the radius on here. So that's why you click on editor and here on the cut, and I just check it. No, that is the front. Yeah, we want to have the radius here. That is the left side. Yeah, so here, because it's opened on the same, yeah, that is the left side, and front, that is all right. So we just maximize it. And now you click here on the modification tools and here to round it. And here we type in the radius 350 for the rounding. And then you just click here on this line and then on this line. So then we go back, we click here on polyline tool, and make sure that it's a polyline, and usually we save it and it's saved in the RAM, but here you can also save it as, and we call it now webinar left side. Yeah, and we save it here in our TrunCAD project folder. Yeah, webinar left side, and we click here on save. And now we can close it. And here you can click DXF and just double click webinar left side. Yeah, you see here the date, and you see it's appearing here. And now you can close it, and you see here we have the rounding. Yeah, here you double click it as well, the other one. Yeah, so you're really individually. So you click here on editor. Ah, yeah. So I just noticed something that it turned here from CNC to editor, but now it's correct. So you click here also DXF, and here webinar left side, and you open it or double click it. Yeah, and then it's appearing here. So, and here as well. Yeah. So double click it. Yeah, here it's turning. When you click here on editor, now it's turned. That's why I was confused on the beginning. but now it's all right. Yeah, we just click here on DXF. I show you for the right side a faster way, but this is also important, especially when you want to be more individually. Yeah, we load this. And here as well, we just load here the DXF, what we have saved, and close it. And one more. And close it. So here we need to do it also individually because we just save it for this measurement. Yeah, that's why you double click here as well. So we click here on editor and here on so to DCHD and here click on modification tool and here radius surrounding. It's this side and here. Yeah. Polyline. Now we are saving it in RAM. Close it, import 3D DXF, and here we see it. Close it, and here's the same for the plinth panel. We just double click it, go to editor, click on CHD, click on here on round, radius is still 350, click on the left and the front line, go back, and we create a polyline. We save it and close it, import it, and close this as well. And now we are done. Yeah. So, yeah, so you can also do it here when you have other shapes. Yeah. But when you have the case like this, where you want to have it through the whole side, yeah, it's there's another way where you are faster. Yeah, and therefore I show you this on the right side. Therefore, you click here on this smart click, and here you can make a corner cabinet or an L shape. Yeah, and here you can also make an arc. Yeah, we want to have here an arc, and here you see we type in also 350, and then it's adapting. So usually on the bottom, it is doing this as well, but because we made this individually here, it's blocked. Yeah, that's why we do it here again. Before I started the webinar, I did it the other way around, and it came up here also automatically because I haven't done this before. But now, because this has an individual modification, it's blocked by this. So that's why we click here again. Yeah, but when you do it first, then or when you do it on the beginning, then you don't have to do it here again. Now I made a mistake. We click here again. I have made a mistake. It's better. I will undo it. So I have undo it to here. So now it should work. Now when you click here again, yeah, now you see it made it here. So then we save a lot of time. Yeah, 350, and then it's adapting. Yeah, so here for the left side, we can do it as well. And that's why we shouldn't do like this. But in this webinar, you should, it's for learning. Yeah, it's also good to learn from mistakes, and also that you know for every case, you have different operations. Yeah, so we click here on the smart click and click here on open arc. And here we type in 350, and then it's adjusting. All right. So that's it. So now we want to have here two drawers. So we click here on two. And here you can choose the hardware. And then you can here also click on no handle. Then it's push to open. And then you just drag it and drop it here in the area where you want to have it. Yeah, and we want to have it also inlay so that we see this edge here. Yeah, you can click your inlay and drag it and drop it in here. Here as well. Yeah, and here when you want to delete it, there are two ways to delete it. Here, when you click on the front smart click for the front, you can delete one of it, or when you want to delete it from the beginning, you can go here on the smart click for the area, and then here you can delete everything what's in the area, and then we drag it and drop it here again. So, and it should also have here this material. Yeah. So now you see we need to remove the checkbox here, and then it's rotated. So, all right. Then we are well done with the first cabinet. So, like you saw in a preview, we have here also an oak inlay, and therefore you just click here on cabinet and drag and drop a new cabinet in this area, and it's automatically adjusting. Yeah, but we need to remove here the plinth So go here beneath cabinet, type in no print, no plinth, and remove the plinth legs. So, and yeah, here we wanna have it miter. Yeah, we need also, you can do it for every side. And we can remove also the row of folds. Also, when you click here on the smart click, make sure that it's pretty much in the center. So, and we click here again and drag and drop the material. Here we can do all parts of the group. So, and click here interior, adjustable shelf, group of folds, and they are disappearing. So, and here it will go to the front. That's why we can change here the measurement. Now you click here on here, depth of cabinet. Yeah, when you make an equal signs here and you add plus 18 and confirm it with enter, it's automatically calculating. All right. So this is it for today. Next week, we are planning to export this to the Picon planner and make a rendering. Now you will see it next week. And for this week, we are done. Yeah. You can click here now to remove the dimensions. Yeah, and you see it in the room, or you can turn off the room. Yeah, here you see also, you can choose cabinets. And when you click on here, we see it like this. All right. Well done. I wish you also everything, all the best, yeah, to plan it. And in the next webinar, we will export it to Picon Planner and render it. So I'm looking forward to the next time and take care. Bye-bye.